Today is March 28th, 2026. Humanity finds itself standing on the precipice of a new era in lunar exploration. The mission that will carry us across this threshold is named Artemis II. Artemis II, a name that connects ancient myths with modern science. The first time in over half a century we will journey back near the moon. The planned launch date, Wednesday, April 1st, 2026. A day to be etched into spaceflight history. From historic Launch Complex 39B at Kennedy Space Center in Florida, a new chapter poised to lift our aspirations toward our celestial neighbour. The journey of the Artemis II mission began not with the roar of engines, but with a slow, deliberate crawl. The star of this preliminary act is the Space Launch System, or SLS, a rocket of truly colossal proportions. This vehicle is one of the most powerful launch systems ever constructed by human hands, designed specifically to propel the Orion Spacecraft and its crew. Before it can fly, however, it must first travel from its assembly point to the launch pad. The procession saw the massive rocket emerge from the cavernous vehicle assembly building, a structure built for the giants of the Apollo era. This crucial move to Launch Complex 39B was a carefully choreographed event over approximately 10 hours. The SLS, secured atop its mobile launch platform, was carried on the back of NASA's Crawler Transporter 2. The immense tracked vehicle moved at less than 1 mile per hour. The 4-mile journey from the assembly building to the pad underscores the scale involved. Every vibration, every slight incline must be managed with extreme precision. It stands silhouetted against the sky as it inches toward its destiny. Once it arrived at LC-39B, a flurry of activity began as teams of technicians and engineers connected the rocket to the pad's ground support systems. Power, propellants, and critical communications, the lifelines for flight. Aboard the Orion spacecraft for its approximately 10-day journey will be a crew of 4 astronauts, each one bringing a wealth of experience and skill to this pioneering mission. Reid Wiseman, who will be responsible for the overall safety and success of the flight. Victor Glover, who will be at the controls of the Orion capsule. Christina Koch, Jeremy Hansen. Together they form a team that has trained extensively for every phase of the mission, from launch and deep space operations to the high-speed re-entry through Earth's atmosphere. This crew is not just highly qualified, it is also historic, reflecting a more inclusive and global vision for space exploration. Victor Glover will become the first person of colour to travel beyond low Earth orbit and venture into the lunar vicinity. This is a significant milestone, demonstrating that the frontier of space is becoming more accessible to all of humanity. Christina Koch, who already holds the record for the longest single spaceflight by a woman, will become the first woman to participate in a lunar mission. Her presence on this flight is an inspiration, breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations. Jeremy Hansen's participation marks the first time a non-US citizen will fly to the moon. The flight plan involves a precise, free return trajectory, a path that loops around the far side of the moon and uses lunar gravity to swing Orion back toward Earth, a built-in safety feature echoing early Apollo. The path to the launch pad for Artemis II has not been without its share of formidable technical challenges. Building and testing a machine as complex as the Space Launch System is an exercise in confronting the very limits of engineering. One persistent issue was related to super-chilled liquid hydrogen as fuel. During a simulated countdown test, sensors detected a small but significant hydrogen leak. Hydrogen is the smallest and lightest element, which makes it notoriously difficult to contain. Even a minor leak can pose a serious risk, so NASA made the prudent decision to postpone the launch. This delay allowed teams to thoroughly investigate, pinpoint the source, and devise a solution. They inspected seals, valves, and connections across the rocket's intricate plumbing. After identifying the faulty component, engineers performed repairs and verified the fix at cryogenic temperatures. Another issue concerned helium flow used to pressurize tanks and actuate critical valves. An anomaly triggered an automatic halt, prompting a rollback to the VAB for detailed inspection and repair. Troubleshooting a one-of-a-kind rocket is deliberate, data-driven and safety-first. Each problem solved on the ground is a catastrophe averted in flight, making SLS more robust and understood and paving the way for a confident, safe launch. While engineers grappled with the laws of physics, The Artemis program also navigates politics and public finance. The Space Launch System, for all its power, has drawn intense debate due to its substantial cost. Each launch is estimated around $4 billion, drawing scrutiny from lawmakers and watchdogs. In 2025, the fiscal year 2026 budget proposal from the Trump administration called to terminate SLS and Orion after Artemis II. It signalled interest in more commercially viable or less expensive alternatives. Large government programs depend on consistent, multi-year support, yet SLS has strong congressional backing. The 2025 One Big Beautiful Bill Act allocated $4.1 billion to fund SLS rockets for Artemis IV and Artemis V, keeping the industrial base active. NASA must manage ongoing political and budgetary tug-of-war even as hardware progresses. For now, funding is secured to proceed, but cost-effectiveness will remain central to the conversation about America's journey back to the Moon and onward to Mars. The Artemis II mission is a single crucial step, but part of a much grander, long-term vision. The goal is not simply to plant a flag and leave footprints, as with Apollo. Artemis aims for an enduring presence on and around the Moon. NASA is increasing mission cadence to create a steady rhythm of exploration, standardising SLS and Orion to reduce cost, streamline manufacturing and improve reliability. An additional mission arrives in 2027 with a goal of at least one crewed landing every year. A steady drumbeat enables a permanent habitat at the Moon's south pole, water ice enabling air, water, and rocket fuel turning the Moon into a stepping stone. Lessons in life support, rovers and operations flow directly to the next leap, sending astronauts to Mars. Artemis II, a test flight to tomorrow.